smiling, happy faces. How's everyone doing tonight? Good. All right. I have to go get a mammogram later this month. Yeah, because my gynecologist told me that my boobs were lumpy and bumpy. In fact, she said, "Oh boy, your boobies are lumpy and bumpy." She's from Minnesota. It's a Minnesota accent. And that really caused me a lot of concern. Actually, it freaked me out because I was like, how the fuck does she know what I named them? Oh, lefty lumpy over here. Do you guys think that Lil' Kim calls her vag Lil' Clam? Or do you think that Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails calls his boner a resurrection? I mean, I would. So I have been married for 9 years now. Yeah, hold your applause. I'm not the biggest fan of marriage. Don't get me wrong, I love my husband. My husband's great. We're best friends, #blessed. He's a great guy. He's big, he's tall, he has red hair. I've actually had a thing for redheads ever since I saw that movie with that cute little redhead when I was little. What is the name of that movie? Child's Play. Remember that movie? Well, Chucky, he checks off all the fetish boxes. My husband and I have actually been talking about death a lot lately, and the subject of what we want to do with our remains has come up. And me being the Libra that I am, I can't make a decision, buried or cremated. But I did finally decide, and I'm just gonna compromise and do both. So, hear me out. I'm gonna saw my body in half at the waist, and then my top half can be buried, and I can have an open casket funeral. People can say their goodbyes. I can finally get my hair and makeup done by a professional. I might get some good headshots out of it. And then my lower half, I want to be cremated and then turned into a bio-urn. And if you don't know what a bio-urn is, let me illuminate you. It's when they take your ashes and they put it in a pod with the roots of a tree. And then they plant the pod and the tree grows and your ashes nourish it. But I don't want to be just any tree. I want to be a fruit tree so that people can pick the fruit and eat it and have a Shannan box lunch. So what I'm saying is, guys, my pussy and my ass is gonna get eaten long after I'm dead. You know, apple trees can live up to 100 years. It's gonna be a long time. All right, I think I'm gonna leave you with this one. So when I was 19, I decided to move to New York. I wanted to try stand-up comedy. I was gonna make it big. I ended up in upstate New York in Albany. But I did get this really great job at this insurance agency, and I thought it was hot shit. I made a lot of money. I had really good benefits. I got to dress business casual. But about 2 weeks into this job, I went into the break room to have lunch, and there was this woman, and she was standing there. She was telling this story to about 15 or 20 people, and in this story, she was talking about how she was at a baseball game, and there was this man who was sitting down, he was eating a hot dog. He stood up, he grabbed his throat, and no one knew what to do. So she walked up, went behind him, and proceeded to perform the, and I quote, Heineken remover on this gentleman, and not a single person corrected her. People were clapping for her, they were giving her high fives, they were patting her on the back. Someone called her a fucking hero. And it was in that moment that I realized I wasn't hot shit, that I was working with a bunch of fucking idiots. I was probably one of them. But to this day, whenever I see someone super inebriated at a bar, I loudly shout that I need to perform the Heineken remover on them, and then I steal their beer and I drink it because I'm a fucking hero. All right, guys, I'm Shannan. Thank you.